What's going on, gang? Happy Money Making Monday to everybody out there. My name's CJ Curry, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at some of the top PrizePicks apps across the industry, seeing what the top trending picks are for this massive 15-game NBA slate. That's right, we've got all 30 teams taking the court tonight in the association. First and foremost, though, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, get subscribed now. It's free for you to do. And then while you're down there subscribing, crush that like button. Let's go for more than 199.5 likes. That's where I'm setting today's line. I need 200 or more from you guys for us to hit the over, because life's too short to take the under. Let's just be real. You know how it goes. And then while you're there, you might want to turn on notifications as well by ringing that bell so that you don't miss out on any videos. We don't want you to be left out in the dark. Speaking of the dark, what do you guys think about this time change? Loving it? Hating it? I like it. Makes me feel like I'm getting up early, getting some stuff done and accomplished. Leave a comment down in the comment section below if you're a fan of this time change and why or why not. All right. PrizePicks. If you're not playing on PrizePicks yet, great day to do so. Like I said, 15 NBA games, lots and lots of player props for us to discuss. And so we're going to be taking a look at some of the top tools across the industry, tools that you would typically have to subscribe and pay for. I'm going to give you guys a sneak preview. All right. And then you guys can decide how you want to build out your entries. If you want to go for the 2-pick powers, the 6-pick flex, and go for the 25x on your money, PrizePicks gives you all those options. And they're also doing a special deal right now where your first $5 that you play, whether you win or lose, they're going to give you $50 back. So to take advantage of this awesome promotion, go down to the description of today's video. I've left a special PrizePicks link for you there, and you can use promo code CJCurry to take advantage of this offer. All right, so where are we going to go here? Well, let's go look at this slate first and foremost. Lots of games means lots of pending injury news. You've got some pretty notable guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks. Karis LeVert also listed as a game-time decision. Steph Curry listed as a game-time decision for Golden State. You got Marvin Bagley listed as a game-time decision for Washington. Going over to the Los Angeles Lakers side, you got D'Angelo Russell listed as a game-time decision. You've got Thompson listed as a game-time decision for Detroit. Moving on, Jaylen Brown already been ruled out. And of course, Kristaps Porzingis is out as well for the Boston Celtics. Keep an eye on DeAndre Hunter. He's listed as a game-time decision as well. Memphis, just like last season, has a ton of injury news. Desmond Bane is expected to be out. Marcus Smart is out. So keep an eye on those guys. Lots of stuff going on with the Memphis Grizzlies. As far as Brooklyn goes, Bogdanovich, game-time decision. Ben Simmons is going to be out. He doesn't play on back-to-backs, apparently. Sacramento, Kevin Huerter is a game-time decision. Moving on down to Utah versus Chicago, keep an eye on Lauri Markkanen. He's listed as a game-time decision. Jordan Clarkson's already been ruled out. Zach LaVine also listed as a game-time decision. So you can see here that there is a lot of trending, important, impactful injury news. Minnesota, Rudy Gobert listed as a game-time decision. You got Orlando versus OKC. Wendell Carter Jr. listed as a game-time decision. Of course, Paolo Banchero is out indefinitely. Hate to hear that. What else do we have here? We got Jones, McCollum, Murphy, and Murray all out for the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion should play, even though he's listed as a game-time decision. Andrew Nembhard of the Indiana Pacers listed as a game-time decision. Lots and lots of injuries, guys, so stay on top of this stuff. Scotty Barnes is out. Bruce Brown's out. Kelly Olynyk's out. Emmanuel Quickley hasn't played a game, I don't think, yet this season. He's listed as a game-time decision as well. Jamal Murray already ruled out for the Denver Nuggets. Paul George listed as a game-time decision. We still haven't seen Joel Embiid, and we're not going to see him tonight. He's already ruled out. And then we got Bradley Beal of the Phoenix Suns listed as a game-time decision as well. So, yeah, there's quite a few pieces of injury news. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and slide on into what are some of the best PrizePicks tools and apps out there and what the top trending picks are. We're going to move fast. We're going to cover about 15 to 20 picks in this video, so feel free to pause it at any time. Take some notes if you want to. If you want to research these plays even further, you might want to take a screenshot. But let's get into things, starting with the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Now, what makes this tool so great is it goes out there and it basically aggregates all this real-time data from your favorite sports books, and then it basically takes out the juice or the vig, and it gives you an idea of what the top plays are, the plays with the highest chances or highest percentages of hitting. So let's look at some of these top options right now. You're seeing some trends here for Carlton Carrington of the Washington Wizards. You've got the under on his his rebounds, assists at 11.5. Get about a 53.8% chance of him staying under 11.5. And the reason that he has about a 54% chance of staying under is because all the money that's coming in on these sports books, people are betting the under on Carlton Carrington for under 11.5 rebounds and assists. Sites like FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and Caesars all have juice coming in on the under. So that's one to consider. You also have Carlton Carrington over 15.5 points and rebounds. So while they don't like him to go over 11.5 rebounds and assists, they do like him to go over on his 15.5 points plus rebound line. And you're seeing him all the way up at 16.5 over on FanDuel. So don't be surprised if some of these other sports books get in line, like DraftKings, who still has him at 15.5, but you got BetMGM, who has him at 16.5, as well as Caesars, who has him at 16.5. And so you got to pay attention to these trends in the player prop market. Another one to kind of keep an eye on is Derek White at 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Yes, I know Brown and Porzingis are out, but the way that the money is coming in on this prop at 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists, he's got almost a 54% chance of staying under 29.5 PRA, based on the way that the lines are moving right now. And of course, if you look at all these other sports books, such as Pinnacle, which is considered the gold standard, sharpest sports book in all the land, 28.5 PRA is the line for Derek White. And you're seeing the same for FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and Caesars. Another Boston Celtic that's trending up here is Al Horford for the over at 14.5 points plus rebounds. You're seeing him as high as 15.5 on numerous books like DraftKings, BetMGM, and Caesars. 14.5, he is juiced for the over on FanDuel. So this one has almost a 54% chance of going over as well. As is Drew Holiday, rebounds and assists under 9.5. This one's trending on the books right now as of about 9 a.m. Eastern time. At 9.5 rebounds and assists, they are liking the under here. Minus 136, minus 142 odds on the under on sites like FanDuel and DraftKings. We talked about Lauri Markkanen. He's going to be a guy who is listed as a game time decision. So if you want to wait and see if he's actually playing or not, you could do that. You could pump the brakes and hold off on inserting Lauri Markkanen into any of your slips. But as of right now, at 28.5 points plus rebounds, if he were to play, the trends right now are saying he's going to go over 28.5 PR. About a 53.5% chance of that happening. And yes, you are seeing some sportsbook offering him up at 29.5 points plus rebounds. So you got to use this real sportsbook data. So there's, 4 to 5 to 6 different picks here that are trending on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, which is pulling data in real time from your favorite sports books. Feel free to take a screenshot and research these plays a little bit further if you so choose. Let's go over to RotoWire, another top tool in the PrizePicks player prop market. By the way, if you want to take any of these for a test drive, if you want to save some money when you subscribe to any of these tools and apps, everything that you want is down in the description of today's video. Links to everything. Let's take a look at some of the best NBA picks according to RotoWire right now. Now, RotoWire uses a proprietary sort of algorithm, we'll call it. They do a number of different things. They're going to show you some data from DFS Pick'em sites. So they're going to compare PrizePicks to sites like Underdog, sites like Sleeper. Then they're going to also show you how things stack up, kind of like the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, from sportsbook to sportsbook versus PrizePicks. And they're going to also include their proprietary RotoWire projection models. And they're going to take a look at the hit rate. So it's like a four-headed attack, a four-headed monster. That's the way that RotoWire comes up with the suggestions of leaning more or leaning less. So let's just look at like the top 6 options here. You can already see a couple of guys that are trending. Terry Rozier at 19.5 points and assists. He is projecting for way more than 19.5 points and assists, and for way more at 23.5 points plus rebounds. So let's take a look at this. He's projected for 22.28 points plus assists according to the RotoWire projection models. You're seeing them on some sites like Sleeper and FanDuel at 20.5 points plus assists. And they make it even easier for you to see the hit rates. When you scroll down here, they've recently added this nice little hit rate category, and you could look at just 2024 if you want to. And check this out. 4 out of 5 games, or 4 out of 5 times, Terry Rozier has gone over 19.5 points plus assists. So he's hitting at an 80% rate so far this season, which is good for a 21.6 points plus assist average. So pretty insightful information offered here by RotoWire. Let's flip it over to the other side. Derek White, we saw over on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, is a guy who seemed to be trending under, even though Jaylen Brown's out, even though Kristaps Porzingis is obviously out as well. But you take a look at some of this information here when you pop open this RotoWire player card here for Derek White, and you're seeing a lot of these red bars are trending to the left. Trending to the left, meaning going under. So looking at other DFS pick'em sites, they've got him at 24.5, where he's at 25.5 on PrizePicks. So PrizePicks might be a little bit too high. Looking at the sports books, FanDuel, BetMGM, they have him at 24.5 instead of 25.5 as well. And then, of course, you look at the projection for Derek White, 23.82. That is, again, RotoWire's proprietary projection models. And then you could even come down here and look at the hit rates. Now, a lot of these hit rates won't be applicable because some of these games included Jaylen Brown. And obviously, Jaylen Brown won't be in there tonight. So take these with a grain of salt. But as you can see here, for the games that Derek White has played in this season, which is a total of 7 games thus far, he stayed under this number of 25.5 points plus assists in pretty much 6 out of 7 games. 6 out of 7 games, averaging 22.6 points plus assists. But again, keep in mind, no Jaylen Brown tonight, so I want to point that out. What about this guy? Toumani Camara of the Portland Trail Blazers going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. This is a guy who's trending over for 12.5 points plus rebounds. Again, you're seeing him at 13.5 on a site like BetMGM. You're seeing his projection well over the number of 12.5 at 16.59 points plus rebounds. And then you can take a look at the hit rates as well for 2024. He's gone over a lot more than he's gone under, going over in a total of 5 games out of 7 to start the season, averaging about 13.3 PR thus far. So 71% hit rate. And that just gives you a little bit more information about Camara. He's also head-to-head wise cleared in 1 out of 2 games so far this season. He had 11 PR in their first matchup against New Orleans, 15 in the rematch just 2 days later. What about Luka Doncic? He's on a back-to-back. He played the Orlando Magic yesterday, had himself a fantastic game against my Magic. He's at 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists, but you're seeing a lot of the sites and a lot of the books have him at 47.5 PRA, which means maybe PrizePicks once again is a little bit too high on Luka Doncic, even though he is as great as he is. Take a look at the projection over on RotoWire. 42.95 is the projected PRA, and then you can get an idea of the hit rates for Luka in terms of 2024. He has only gone over this figure 1 time this season, so he is 1 for 6 at clearing the over, which is why everything seems to be trending under or leaning for less on Luka Doncic and his PRA. Terry Rozier, we already talked about him for PA, but you could also look at his PRA. This one looks to be projecting pretty well, 26.6 PRA. You can kind of get an idea of his hit rates. Just like his PA, he's gone over in 4 out of 5 games to start the season, 80% hit rate, 26.2 PRA average. And then you got Luka Doncic again here at 31.5 points. Another trend for the under on Luka. All sports books, all DFS apps pretty much have him at 30.5. PrizePicks a little bit high on him at 31.5. And then you got the projection of 27 for Luka Doncic. So another way that you can play Luka if you so choose. So there's 6 different options pulled from RotoWire. And if you want to try RotoWire out, 2-day all access free pass, I've left a link for you down in the description of today's video. Let's go over to Fantasy Labs and take a look at their tool here. Now their tool is pretty nice. What this basically does is it simulates different player props. All right. It uses their proprietary projection system. It basically goes by play-by-play simulations to determine the chances of a pick succeeding. Additionally, they've eliminated scenarios where injuries could affect the results. All right, so that's what you have to kind of look forward to here. Taking a look at this for the NBA PrizePicks, we're looking at some of the top options that they have here. Here's one. Derek Lively of the Dallas Mavericks, rebounds and assists, 10.5 is the number. They're saying less, go less on that one. 68.69% chance that Derek Lively stays under 10.5 rebounds and assists. Here's another one. Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers at 9.5 rebounds and assists. They're saying take the less. 67.12% chance that he stays under when they simulate these out. Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies. We talked about all the injuries for Memphis. Despite all those injuries, the Fantasy Labs projections simulations say that 14.5 rebounds plus assists might just be too high. About a 66.9% chance that he stays under tonight. James Harden of the Los Angeles Clippers sitting at 16.5 rebounds plus assists. This is another under. So wherever you are right now, all my under lovers, my less lovers out there, the first 4 picks on this Fantasy Labs simulation tool all have unders. So James Harden under 16.5 rebounds and assists, another option for you. And then you got Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics, just giving you the top 5 here. 7 rebounds and assists. They like the over in this case, 66.5% chance that he has at least 7 rebounds and assists or more. So those are some Fantasy Labs options for you as well. Going over to BettingPros, the only site out of these that I've featured that is completely free. Check out bettingpros.com if you want to try out their PrizePicks player prop cheat sheet. They've got Santi Aldama of the Memphis Grizzlies at 23.5 points plus rebounds as a big time projected under. They project him for just 14.7 points, rebounds, and assists. Jordan Poole's on here a couple of different times. The first time, 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's projected for 26.2. And they've also got him at 29.5 points and assists, projecting him for 23.5. So you got 2 different options there on Jordan Poole. You could take the under on the PRA, or you could take the under on the PA. Jalen Suggs, another guy who's playing on a back-to-back. He faced Dallas yesterday, played pretty well, but, you know, this is a back-to-back against a tough Oklahoma City Thunder squad, and the Orlando Magic are still shorthanded without Paolo Banchero and possibly without Wendell Carter Jr. They got his line set at 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. BettingPros has a projection of 19.8 PRA, putting him under by 6.7 PRA. Jalen Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks. 2 different ways to play Jalen Johnson. Both of them are unders. 23.5 points and assists, projected for 17, a difference of 6.5 points and assists. And then 27.5 points plus rebounds, projected for 21.2 points and rebounds, a big difference of 6.3 points and rebounds. And let's give you one more. Tyrese Maxey of the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Phoenix Suns tonight. He's sitting out there at 38 points, rebounds, and assists, but he's projected for just 32.1 going up against the Suns. So as I said, totally free site, bettingpros.com. If you want to check out more of their player prop projection tools, feel free to do so. But I just blessed you guys with about 20 different picks. Are you liking any of these? Or some of these standing out more than the others? Go down to the comment section to let me know which one's your favorite. Good luck on all your picks, plays, and parlays. Massive NBA slate. Let's try to win the day together. Peace.